Last night, literally like 12 hours ago, I was outside and I was putting up a lawnmower into this shed over here. It was dark out, I couldn't really see that good. So I was inside this shed right here, and you know the lawnmower, like, it has the handles that go up, so you can like fold it down. But basically, I was trying to push it down like this, but little did I know it's about to be bad. Like, what's that? I didn't realize that my hand was there, and my fingers were there. It just closed on my fingers like that. You guys see this, right? Freaking, my fingers right here. Slammed down on my fingers. Can't focus. Right there. And I know it's just super swollen last night. And honestly, it doesn't look like it's that bad, but I promise you guys, like, I've been through a decent amount of stuff this year, but that was probably like in the top 3 worst pains I felt this year. Like, it was like that pain, like, where you start getting like a little dizzy, bro. I was like, holy, like, I couldn't feel my finger for like 5 minutes. I was like, what if it was a lot of pain in that moment. And then honestly, the next day, today, which is today's the next day, but I was going to the gym with my sister. We had planned out going to the gym this morning, and obviously when I woke up in the morning, I accidentally hit my I hit my hand on like my nightstand, and then I felt the pain, that pain reawoken, bro. I felt that pain in my hand again, you know. I'm like, dang, should I even go to the gym, you know? Can I work through this pain, you know? I was asking, can I work through this pain? Because the pain still hadn't gone away, you know? I still felt it, like, but then, you know, I pushed through it. I was like, you know what? We said we're gonna do it, we gotta do it. So you know what we did? I went to the gym anyways. And then, at first, my hand was hurting during the workout, you know? When I first started the bench press and all that stuff. It was hurting a little bit, but then, over time, that pain just started going away. Because, the more I worked, the more I just, like, endured it, and the more I went through it, the pain just started going away less and less and less. And now, like, you can see it, you can still, my finger's a little swollen, the middle finger, as you can see. And you can also see, like, where I was bleeding at yesterday, but as you can see, like, now, like, I barely even feel it when I like, when I hit it on something, and now, like, when I'm walking around, I don't even feel it at all. The same thing applies for emotional pain, you know. I went to a breakup, you know. It's a pretty hard time. It was my first breakup ever. And, you know, at first, I just was, like, thinking, like, oh, this is so painful, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I just kept on working through that pain, keep on being productive, keep on grinding. And now, like, I'm just like, it is what it is. There's nothing we could do, as Napoleon would say, bruh. You know, just kept on working through it, kept on moving, kept on working, and that pain, like, just like my finger right now, like, I can feel it a little bit, but, like, it's nothing that's gonna prevent me from doing what I want to do anymore, you know, like, it's like, it was a temporary roadblock, but just kept on working, kept on putting into work, and, now it's a mere nothing, you know? That's like the heartbreak that I went through earlier now, you know, like, it was painful in the moment, but I kept on working through it, and now it's gone, you know, I'm just back to me, bruh. I'm not affected by it anymore, just like I'm not affected by this finger pain. Don't let your temporary pain stop you from doing other things, you know? Basically what I'm trying to say here. Even though that pain definitely did hurt, it left a mark on me temporarily, you know? It'll go away, just like the finger pain, and it has definitely been going away. Like the finger pain, just like the finger pain, I still can feel it just a tiny bit. Like if I slam my hand on this fence, I'll feel it a little bit. But like a week from now, I'm never gonna feel it again. And then, you know, a month from now, I'll probably forget it ever happened. You know, I don't know if that's just like a weird comparison or not. But anyways, that's about it. Just watched Gideon give his life to God yesterday, and that, you know, that really hit. You know, I've been watching Gideon. He was at like 100K subs. I promise you, me and my boy Derek, my coworker, we were OGs to him. We were watching him like in his OG days before he had 100K subs. I can show you my DMs. I was DMing him when he actually DM'd me back multiple times. This was like before he was big, like when he saw under 1 million subs. I've been watching like from 100K all the way up till now, like what, 6-7 million. He's like he did the live streams and all that stuff, and just seeing him turn his life to God and just analyze his actions, and not like, he always said that he was Christian, but you know, him not wanting to be lukewarm anymore and just fully dive in. As he said, like, take his toes out the water and fully dive in. It's really inspiring, and it's really just like, it's hitting me personally, you know, because like, he's a big inspiration to me. I've watched him growing up. I've watched him basically throughout high school, up into college now, and I'm just like, dang, you know, he's got me changing my actions, but I don't want to be lukewarm anymore, you know. I don't want to be dipping my toes in the water. I want to fully dive in, you know. So I talk more about God, more about life, just more gotta share more of my faith on this channel, you know. Going back to our pain analogy earlier, you know, number one that helped me through my emotional pain, God did. Not even lying. Promise you. God did. I can show you my Bible app. I don't know why, but I saw this other thing. It said, pain that brings you closer to God is better than pleasure that leads you away from God. And it's not like like earlier this year, like I had a lot of pleasure. You know, times are good. Life was good. Life was great. But during those times where life was great, you know, I kind of forgot. I didn't forget about God, but you know, I just became less active in the Word, less active in the reading. You know, and he was just like, it wasn't like my number one priority. And obviously, it should have been. So you know, I was living in the pleasure. You know, I was enjoying it. I was enjoying life. Times are good, but my relationship with God was weakening. You know, it was getting further and further. And then, sure enough, the pain strikes in. Pain snaps in, and got back closer to God. Brought back closer to God. But I can't even complain. Because that pain that brought me closer to God is gonna bring an eternity of pleasure in heaven. You know, it is what it is. Move on, move forward, find God. I don't know. Just use this as your time to find God. Anyways, appreciate y'all. That's all I was really talking about for this segment right here. You know, about to go cut some grass, and then later today. Well, guys, just did finish cutting the grass, but yeah, closed my other finger. Not even the other finger. Finger on the same hand, just the other finger that didn't get caught bleeding. Freaking closed it in the same part of the lawnmower, except on the other side. And now that's blood warning, but freaking, it's only been like 30 seconds. But that's another thing, bro. After you feel pain the first time, the other times aren't as bad. Like this one, it's bleeding even worse. It closed harder than it did last time, but I don't even feel it as much. Look at the story of Job in the Bible, you know. Job, he endures through this pain, you know. He was already a blessed man, like he already had lots of blessings before. But then the devil, he came and he's like, Job is only faithful to you. He's only faithful to God because God blessed him with all these things. And God said, no, he's just a faithful man. And the devil said, and then the devil's like, no, I don't think so. It's because of all the blessings he has in his life. So God was so confident in Job that he basically said, he said, all right, devil, you could take anything Job has except for his life. And then watch, he'll still remain faithful, basically. So Job went through a lot of things. He lost all his previous blessings. You know, he had like lots of land and animals and all that stuff. A lot of those had died. I'm pretty sure some of his kids had died. I know his wife left him, and she like called him nothing. And he went through everything. He basically lost it all. But you know what? He still, throughout all his struggles, his trials and tribulations, he remained faithful to God. Throughout all the pain, he still remained faithful to God. And in the end, the devil couldn't break him, even though he went through all that pain and suffering. And in the end, God blessed him with, I think it's like 10 times, it's either 2 times as much or 10 times as much. But God blessed him with even more than he had in the first place. That's it. Expanding more on the purpose of pain, I think pain is really here to cause you to self-reflect and self-develop. It's an opportunity for reflection, you know? Why am I in pain? What causes pain in the first place? You look at that. No, a lot of people just, just go through the pain. You know, they feel the pain. They go through a breakup, or they hurt themselves in a certain way, or something happens to them. And then, they just endure the pain, but they don't learn a lesson from it. And then either the same thing happens over and over, that same thing happens again, and they end up feeling that same pain again and just have to re-endure that pain again. You feel the pain, you endure it for the time you have to carry your cross. But you take that pain, and then from that pain, you experience the pain, and you analyze that pain. Why am I feeling this pain? What caused this pain? How can I avoid this happening again? And at least and then after that, you take action, so you don't feel that pain again, and you avoid that again, or you avoid something similar like that again. So you avoid something similar like that, and that's the purpose of pain, to learn, reflect, and grow. If you never feel that pain, you're not gonna really grow as much as you can. Don't really know where I was going with this video. This wasn't planned or anything. This is just life laying on my shoulders, and it just caused me to make this video. All because I closed my finger in the shed, right on the lawnmower in the shed right over there. Also, it's been a week now. My finger, this is the one that was bleeding big time. Hold up, can't really see it. As you can see, a week later, it's recovered. Don't feel pain at all, bro. You heal from your pain. and I learned from my pain. Definitely gonna be more careful next time I... See, the first time I didn't learn from the first time I closed my finger in the lawnmower, I didn't learn from the pain. I just felt the pain, but I didn't really take note and make a change. The second time I felt that pain again, and after feeling that pain again, I'm taking change, and I'm making changes. Next time I'm cutting the grass, and next time I'm just taking other actions. I'm gonna be more careful, you know, more precise, not just be so reckless in my actions. That's what happened. That's how I got hurt the second time where I started bleeding, because I was reckless and I wasn't focused. Gotta be focused and precise when you're doing your work, bro. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist. This isn't advice, this is just me talking about my thoughts and stuff. You see, one of the purposes of pain, you know, it was painful for me to wake up and come out here. Wake up early and get ready and push myself to, you know, just wake up with on this limited amount of sleep so early, you know. The average person it's painful for them to wake up early, but as you can see, that pain paid off. Pain paid off, and now I can enjoy this beautiful sunrise that no one else is up to see. Very limited people. You see like what, very few people. Later today, this whole beach is gonna be packed, but no one else wanted to wake up early and put themselves to the limit, you know, test themselves and put themselves through the pain of waking up early so they can enjoy this beautiful sunrise. No one else wanted to do that. That's part of the thing, bruh. Pain is basically just, a lot of that pain is purposeful pain. It's important, bruh. Delayed gratification. You gotta feel some pain in order to get to the reward, you know. I like that. It's part of the process. I think that's part of life. I think that is the purpose of most pain, you know. Oh, what a day. Yes, sir. Still continuing on. Basically, you know, y'all know me. I go to the gym, and some days I don't feel like going to the gym, you know. But you know what I do? I push myself to the limits anyway. So I'm just like, you don't want to do it, but you know, you have to do it. You have to just, sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do in order to get the results that you want. You know, when you're in a gym, you know, sometimes you want to lift the weight that's easy. You don't want to start lifting the weight when it gets harder to lift. But when it gets harder to lift, that's when the gains are made, bro. No pain, no gain. Progressive overload, basically. When you put yourself to the limits, when you're reaching new challenges that you haven't reached before, that's when the growth occurs, bro. That's when it occurs. That's part of the delayed gratification, you know. Sometimes you gotta give up fun in a moment, you know. You're feeling that pain of that temporary loss in the moment. That FOMO, you gotta overcome that FOMO. You're missing out on a pleasure in a moment, but you're pursuing something long-term, right? You're working on the long-term vision. You're studying, you're putting in work on your side hustle, you're putting in work on your business or something like that. So you're missing out on the fun in the moment, your pleasure, like hanging out with your friends or whatever, going to a party or a function or whatever. But you know what you're doing? You're putting off in the moment, but in the long term it's gonna pay off. And a year from now, bruh, you'll be able to party, because the sacrifice you put in now will pay off in the future, bruh. It's like an investment, bruh. It's like an investment. Basically, whole point I'm trying to say in this video for real is, whatever pain life throws at me, whatever challenges life throws at me, whatever adversity life throws at me, I'm gonna take it, analyze what happened or what is happening, learn from it, and don't let it happen again, or don't repeat my same mistakes that led me down to that path where those challenges have occurred. Find God, stick with God throughout the journey, and that's about it. For real. Anyways, I'm out. Until the next one. And hope you guys enjoyed this bonus video, and just this Antonio heart-to-heart talk.